It was all my fault. Oh, Harriet, can you ever forgive me?
There is nothing to forgive. Dear Miss Woodhouse, I have nothing to complain of. I could never have deserved such a man as Mr. Elton.
No, indeed, for now I believe he does not deserve you. I'm heartily ashamed of myself, and I am determined to mend my ways.
Oh, Miss Woodhouse, I am sure no one would ever blame you.
Well, if you forgive me, then I'm not entirely cast down. I was on my way to Ford's. Would you like to walk there with me?
Yes.
Miss Woodhouse!
Oh, Lord, Miss Bates.
Forgive me, I could not help but see you. Jane is here. Yes, she arrived this morning. Mother and I would take it so kindly if you would step up, Miss Woodhouse. Miss Smith, too, if you would, Miss Smith.
Well, that is very kind, but...
Thank you, Miss Bates, but we cannot stay long.
Jane will be beside herself with joy.
I doubt it.
Mrs. Goddard told me that Miss Fairfax is to stay in Highbury with her aunt all summer. What is she like, Miss Woodhouse?
Jane Fairfax is a penniless orphan who has been brought up in some style by Colonel Campbell as a companion to his daughter. But now the daughter's married, and so Jane must find employment. Everyone speaks highly of her. I wish her well, but I'm sick of the very name of her.
Oh, Miss Woodhouse.
Yes, it was such a surprise because we thought Colonel Campbell would need the carriage himself, and you know he would never send dear Jane post. But as it turned out, they all went off to Ireland 2 days early.
Indeed. Are the whole family gone, Miss Fairfax?
Yes, they are in...
Ballycraig, you know, a very beautiful place, I fancy. Miss Campbell is married to Mr. Dixon now, and so, of course, I should call her Mrs. Dixon, but I always forget. We should call Miss Campbell Mrs. Dixon now, Mother, should we not? She's only a very little deaf, you know. She always hears what Jane says, but then Jane always speaks so distinct. Yes, Mr. Dixon always thought so very highly of Jane, but in the end, you know, I believe they are very happy and both very fond of Jane. We thought you would accompany them to Ireland. Jane has heard so much about the beauty of the place, from Mr. Dixon, I mean, and because Jane used very often to be walking out with them, he is a most amiable, charming young man, I believe. Jane was quite longing to go to Ireland from his account of things.
But you did not go with them after all?
I thought it better I should not. I shall have to earn my bread sooner or later, and so resolved that the sooner I made up my mind, the less pain I should inflict or endure.
Mr. and Mrs. Dixon must have been very disappointed.
Indeed, I think they must have been. Nothing could have been more kind and pressing. Mr. Dixon does not seem backward in any attention. He is a most charming young man. Ever since the service he rendered Jane at Weymouth.
Please, Aunt.
No, you will not mind my telling it to Miss Woodhouse and Miss Smith. Poor Jane nearly met with a terrible calamity. They were out on the water in a boating party. Jane, you know, and Mr. Dixon and Miss Campbell. For thus she was then. And I think they had gone out rather far, for a squall blew up, and poor Jane, from the sudden whirling around of something or other among the sails, would have been dashed into the sea at once.
Be careful!
And ever since we had the history of that day, I have been so fond of Mr. Dixon.
Oh, what a shocking tale.
But one with a happy ending.
That even his fiancée was Jane's equal.
My voice is tired. She does play and sing infuriatingly well.
So beautiful.
I've rarely heard anything to equal her.
Certainly not from me.
As you say. But you will not take the pains to aspire to true excellence.
Thank you very much. Oh, my darling, it was beautiful.
She would make a good companion for you.
I'm sure you're right, but I cannot warm to her. I don't know why.
I wish I could, but I can't.
Oh, I must be very proud of you.
Perhaps because you see in her the truly accomplished young lady you would like to be thought yourself?
You will make me quite ashamed of myself.
Did you enjoy the music, Mrs. Bates?
She's only a very little deaf, you know. Beautifully
song.
played. Did not you think so, Miss Woodhouse?
Oh, yes.
Well done.
Mrs. Weston tells me Mr. Frank Churchill was in Weymouth. Would he have been there at the same time as you?
Yes, I think he was for some of the time.
And were you acquainted with him? Did you have any conversation?
We were a little acquainted, yes.
I have to tell you, he is a young gentleman in whom I have the keenest interest. You know, he is Mr. Weston's son, and we expect a visit from him very soon. We've never seen him in Highbury. Tell me, what is he really like? Is he handsome?
I believe he's reckoned to be a very fine young man.
And is he agreeable?
He is generally thought so.
But what did you think of him?
When one is in company all the time at such a place as Weymouth, it is difficult to form a just impression. I think everybody found his manners pleasing.
I see, I shall have to be content with that.